Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 97 of Average Joe's Drive-In. I am your host, TJ Washburn. We are approaching the holidays.
Sandwiches, ice cream,
you know, I've
coffee
had
and
kind
snacks,
of a backlog of
and
stuff
many
to
other
review,
pleasing
so
treats.
I thought,
Our
what
foods
the hell?
are fresh and tasty.
I've got a bunch of
Our drinks
TV
satisfying
type
and
shows to
refreshing.
review, so
They're so good.
I figured now was the time to let's lump them all together. What's his holiday spirit more than violent animated action and just weird comedy. So anyway, so let's get to it. Up first from 2017, the first season of Big Mouth.
Nick?
Boobs. Boobs. I'm coming in hot, real hot. I'm going down.
I have to go to the bathroom right now.
Nailed it.
Why is everybody so obsessed with boobs? How would you guys like it if girls looked at your dicks all the time?
That'd be awesome.
Nick's penis is comparable to that of a baby.
Why am I out?
I'm not growing. Is there something wrong with me?
Are we just a couple of freaks?
My mom says real beauty is on the inside.
So's your colon, and that's packed with crap. But I just don't think boys care that we're smart.
Watch out.
We live in a society that fixates on the female form in a psychologically decimating way.
Boo, feminism.
I can't be horny and still be a decent guy.
Shame.
Who are you?
The Shine Wizard!
Oh, fuck.
My girl's parents are going through a divorce, and she needs to act up.
Go to your room.
I'm already in my room. You go to your room. Fine. That was beautiful. No notes.
I'm just trying to be normal.
Oh my God. Nick felt that, Gina.
We are gossiping.
Oh, ouch.
What did you just say? You're a slut.
This is vodka.
Hey, listen, you want me sharp or what?
Blow me into the toilet. I don't want someone to come in here and be like, you lose pube.
Goodbye. I'm never gonna forget.
There are 10 episodes. This is an animated comedy romance. Has a average runtime of 30 minutes. Rated TVMA. Stars Nick Kroll, John Mulaney, and Fred Armisen. I watched this on Netflix. Synopsis. Teenage friends find their lives upended by the wonders and horrors of puberty. I've passed over on this one a bunch of times. I hesitate to get into television shows because when I really like them, I end up binging the hell out of them and don't get much else done or watched. I also wasn't sure this would be anything I'd like, so I just kept passing it over. I was bored and decided, what the hell, I'll watch a couple of episodes and see how I feel about it. Worst that can happen, it'll suck. First of all, this show is just bonkers weird. Sometimes I think it may even go a bit too far. I'm far from being a prude, but come on. Still, it has a lot of great, funny, and poignant moments that hit home about what it was like being a kid at that awkward age when you're on the cusp of becoming an adult. The characters are enjoyable. There are some good messages in the stories, even if they're a bit on the odd side with their delivery. The musical numbers are a riot, and I think the voice talent lent to the show is wonderful. It only took me about 3 days to burn through the first 10 episodes. Luckily for me, season 2 is about ready to drop. I will be curious to see if this show is able to keep pace with season 1. My rating was an 8 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is an 8 out of 10. So let's move right into season 2 of Big Mouth.
Hello?
Oh, good evening.
Are you the puberty fairy?
The fuck did you just call me?
The puberty fairy?
I'm the hormone monster. I'm just here to give your friend a nocturnal emission.
No.
how come in all these videos, puberty for boys is like the miracle of ejaculation?
Oh no, that's the most I've ever made.
And for girls, we're just a yarn ball of aching tubes.
Oh my God.
Last night, I saw Andrew's penis.
What are you doing?
Oh my God.
And now you're worried you're homosexual? Mickey, a man can touch another penis.
Excuse me?
Even kiss one, very lightly.
Okay. This might be somewhat rare for you.
What are you saying? That most of the time I'm gonna like girls and they won't like me back, so I should seize this opportunity? Yeah, that makes sense.
Everything's embarrassing.
Everything is so embarrassing.
There's another slit in the back, but that's only for my birthday. This kid might be a genius.
Get this. Girls are horny, too. Just as horny as guys, supposedly.
You have no idea what I want, you fucknut shitbag! You want to shoplift lipstick. You want to listen to Lana Del Rey on repeat. You want to scream at your mother and then laugh at her tears.
Everything okay in here, sweetie?
Get the hell out, Shannon! Get out!
Here goes something.
Hey, girl, hey! I'm your genitals.
Hi, I'm Jessie.
Here, you go first. Wait,
Oh,
we
jinx!
talked at the same time.
Oh, you're not scary.
Boo!
Is that too far?
That part made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, at the time it seemed funny.
No, and I like fucked up stuff like that.
You know, Netflix insisted on it.
Really?
No.
This is an animated comedy romance. Average runtime 30 minutes. Rated TVMA. Stars Nick Kroll, John Mulaney, and Fred Armisen. Andrew struggles to blend in after a growth spurt. Nick worries his hormones are out of whack, and Jesse and Jay get a taste of the teen runaway life. As Nick tries to figure out whether he has a shot with Gina, a mortifying encounter with Lee sends Andrew into a spiral of shame. Season 2 of Big Mouth picks right up where Season 1 left off. I really enjoyed Season 1 of this, but I have to honestly say I think Season 2 was an improvement. While many things are amped up a bit more on the vulgarity scale than in Season 1, the show itself seemed to find a more balanced footing. There are lots of laughs, sweet moments, and even times where you cringe a little. It's all that makes this show what it is. If you enjoyed Season 1, you will most likely enjoy Season 2. My rating for this is a 9 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is an 8.1 out of 10. Up next, from 2018, Castlevania Season 2.
No further.
My generals, in killing my wife,
Please!
humanity has proven to me that they don't deserve the earth. We will scour them off the land.
My father, he's gone mad.
And now he's going to destroy the world. Human scheme and betray. They all must die.
Imagine it. A world without humans. Under endless night.
My God.
Dracula has to be destroyed. We can't fail.
Stand back.
We're all gonna die! All of us! Enough!
There are 8 episodes. This is an animated action-adventure. Average runtime of 23 minutes. Rated TVMA, starring Richard Armitage, Graham McTavish, and Matt Frewer. I watched this one on Netflix. A vampire hunter and his companions Sypha and Alucard race to find Dracula's hidden castle. Meanwhile, Dracula prepares to unleash an army of otherworldly creatures and vampires to wipe the human race from the face of the earth. Castlevania was one of those surprise shows for me last year. The 4-episode first season was everything I wanted out of an animated horror action show. My biggest gripe, it went by way too quick. It's both a good and bad thing as it left me wanting more. In season 2, we get double the episodes and it leaves off right where season 1 ended. I think 8-episode seasons for this show are perfect. In this season, you had enough time to delve a bit deeper into the characters and move the story along at a more even pace. It is a bit jarring at first after the breakneck speed of season 1. It took me a few episodes to settle into the newer rhythm, but much like season 1, I wasn't disappointed. The animation's great, the voice acting is well done, and there are some awesome action sequences. Oh, and let's not forget gore to sate the gorehounds in the audience. If you haven't checked the show out yet, now's the time to do it. With each episode clocking in around 20 minutes, it doesn't take long to go through 2 seasons. I highly recommend if you're a fan of the video games. My rating is an 8.5 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is an 8.6 out of 10. Up next, from 2018, Season 1 of Disenchantment.
Your presence is requested at the royal wedding of Prince Giesbert of Bentwood and Princess Bean.
Do you take this man to be your husband?
No!
Oh my God. This is a bad time to be coming down off of that high.
So how'd it go?
I want to be in charge of my own destiny.
I want to see the outside world.
I want to get rid of all the diseases plaguing mankind and replace them with worse ones.
Being you're out of control. I don't even know what to yell at you.
I'm not so bad.
Well, you did kill that one guy.
I'd be fine if someone could just slide my head up a bit.
Isn't there a point in everyone's life where they need to go and figure out who they are? Whew, I'm a good butcher.
This is a pet shop.
Woohoo! What's this feeling I don't want to drink away?
That's hope.
I've got a bad idea!
What's bad about it? Oh, never mind, I see!
I'm so proud of you.
I'm drowning! I'm Elfo!
Remember, the trick to not getting swept over the waterfall is swimming upstream.
Got it. You can do anything if you believe in yourself.
There are 10 episodes. This is an animated adventure comedy. The average runtime, 30 minutes. Rated TV 14, starring Abby Jacobson, Eric Andre, and Nate Faxon. I also watched this on Netflix. In Disenchantment, viewers will be whisked away to the crumbling medieval kingdom of Dreamland, where they will follow the misadventures of hard-drinking young Princess Bean, her feisty elf companion Elfo, and her personal demon, Lucy. This one looked rather interesting. I'm a fan of The Simpsons and Futurama, so I was curious how this series would be. It was worth at least giving it a chance, as Matt Groening's pretty solid usually. It's hard to tell where this one is going from the first season. I really enjoyed it. It's got the same style and humor as the above-mentioned shows. Like many first seasons, I think it spent most of it finding its feet. There are glimmers here and there of what the show could turn into, which gives me a lot of hope. The main characters are enjoyable enough, but I found most of the secondary characters to be the interesting part. Each of the main characters has their purpose, but I feel like they are still working the kinks out with them. Out of the main trio, Elfo is by far my favorite of the characters that made me laugh consistently. I think that was mostly due to his carefree, optimistic Knave ignorance. If you're a fan of The Simpsons or Futurama, this one is worth checking out. If you don't care for those shows and that style of humor, you're probably not going to enjoy this one. My rating is an 8 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is a 7.4 out of 10. So we're going to get out of the animated. I'm going to review this next one. It's actually 2 seasons rolled into one. And that is Fallout Nuka Break, seasons 1 and 2 from 2011 to 2013.
You are hereby hired by Caesar's Legion to track and return the slave known as Scarlet to her respective owners in New Vegas. Should you encounter the ghoul or vault dweller responsible, you can eliminate them for an additional
bonus of 75 cats.
Okay, wait. What if we give you the additional bonus to not kill us?
That sounds pretty good. Would you just shoot him, please?
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame.
What the hell was that? You guys missed.
Sounds dangerous.
We probably should have shot them when they went for their weapons.
That's what we opened with. That was our thing.
Okay, this one, maybe not my fault.
You shot him in the face. All right, Ben, take him out.
This is an action-adventure sci-fi. There's 12 episodes, has a 122-minute runtime, not rated, stars Zach Finrock, Tybee Diskin, and Aaron Giles. I watched this on YouTube. Synopsis. This follows the misadventures of a post-apocalyptic group of survivors whose leader continually seeks out the only pre-war beverage that can satisfy him. Based on the Bethesda Softworks game series Fallout, and more specifically the game Fallout New Vegas. As a longtime fan of the Fallout franchise, I've always wanted a TV series or movies based on the game. It's one of those great series where there's an endless amount of possibilities you could do with it. The background lore and world building are already there. Last year, I stumbled across a series on YouTube called Fallout Nuka Break. It was surprisingly well done, and I enjoyed it. I ended up only watching the first episode. I was thinking about it recently and decided to track it down and finish watching it. It was a pleasant surprise to see that there was 2 seasons of it up to view. From what I understand, this is a fan film series. That fact only makes it even more awesome with what they accomplished. It was well done. There's lots of little nods and acknowledgement of the game's rich history. The stories were well crafted and I liked the characters. I wish this would have been longer and that there would have been more seasons. A lot of big budget properties could take a page from this group on how to do a video game adaptation properly. My only complaint, and it's more like a minor gripe, is the seasons were too short, but seeing it was a fan-made series and knowing they were probably on a super tight budget, I get it. If you're a fan of the Fallout series, I think you'll enjoy this. I know I did. I noticed there are some other Fallout shows and fan shorts that I want to check out. Hopefully they'll be as close to being as good as Nuka Break, but I'm not going to hold my breath because this was exceptional. All I know is Bethesda really should give these talented folks a green light to make a feature-length film because their talent mixed with their love and reverence for the franchise is obvious. I have little doubt that they wouldn't do it justice. My rating for this is an 8 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is an 8.2 out of 10. And keeping up with that, this is kind of a one-off deal, but that is 2013's Fallout Red Star.
This is all I got.
This is what I need.
This is an action sci-fi directed by Vincent Talenti. Has a 29-minute runtime, not rated, starring Cameron Diskin, Catherine Carlin, and Tony Wynn. I watched this on YouTube. Set in the Fallout game universe, this fan film follows the Ranger on a mission to find a person of interest. After watching the Nuka Break series on YouTube, I was anxious for more live-action Fallout. That's when I discovered the Fallout Red Star short. It was made by the same people who did Nuka Break and featured the Ranger from that series. I really enjoyed this one. It's a good story, the effects were solid, and like Nuka World, paid homage to the game properly. If you like the Fallout game series, again, I have little doubt that you wouldn't enjoy this as well. I don't think it's quite as good as Nuka Break, but I still enjoyed it. Again, it's a fan film, so you have to take it for what it is, but it's a solid entry into the Fallout live action world. My rating is a 7 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is an 8.1 out of 10. Up next, from 2017, Glow, Season 1.
In this world, there are good guys and there are bad guys. And I will not be bullied into submission.
You were reading the man's part.
Oh, God.
Would you like to start over?
Yes, I would.
I will not be bullied into submission.
Sorry to interrupt. Your wife is online too? I'm interested in real parts. Got $83 in my bank account, and I don't know if I can pay my gas bill.
Ruth, there's an audition. They're looking for unconventional women, whatever that means.
Hello, ladies. I'm Sam Sylvia, and this is Glow.
Sorry, what's Glow?
Gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Are you hiring actors to play wrestlers, or are we the wrestlers?
Go! Yes.
Woo! Christ. Fucking actresses.
Okay, I want you to meet the star of Glow, Debbie Egan.
Are you insane?
Why is she here?
She's the alpha and you're the omega. Submit.
She might kill you.
This is Sebastian Howard, our producer.
This is my first Hollywood party.
There are drugs in the fucking robot.
Thank you.
Wrestling is about type. You're a sexy party girl. You're an Arab.
You mean stereotype?
Yes, bingo, exactly. You're a big black girl.
The fuck you say?
Lady wrestlers.
I get it. Women can do anything men do, blah, blah, blah.
How'd that look?
I got chills.
Yeah, you would.
So you think I got a funny face?
We're empowered. We're the heroes.
You want the show to happen.
This is the only place I get to do what I want to do.
People respect me here.
We gotta shoot this thing in like 5 weeks. This could either feel dinky or it could feel epic. So let's give them what?
Blood. Tits!
Storytelling. Storytelling.
This is about justice. This is about holding on to what's ours.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the gorgeous ladies of wrestling!
This is 10 episodes. It's a comedy, drama, sport. Average episode runtime 35 minutes. Rated TVMA. Starring Alison Brie, Mark Maron, and Betty Gilpin. I watched this on Netflix. A look at the personal and professional lives of a group of women who perform for a wrestling organization in Los Angeles known as the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I started watching this when it first came out. It seemed interesting enough, but at the time it wasn't what I was in the mood for. TV shows in general are very hit or miss with me. I'm either in the mood for it or I'm not. There are only a handful of shows I truly follow, and even then I don't do the week-to-week episode release thing. When a show's available to binge and I can watch at my leisure, that's when I drive in. Lately, I've been in the mood for some shorter runtime things, stuff in that 25-40 minute range that I can throw on while I'm eating dinner or before bed. I didn't want nothing too heavy or too serious. I also didn't want horror or sci-fi, which is my usual genres when it comes to TV programming. I figured it was a good time to give Glow another shot. It seemed like it would be a good balance between dramatic but not too serious, and there would be an air of fun to it. This is an absolutely fantastic show. I love the cast and the story behind it. The characters are interesting and very human. That's one of the biggest things I love about it. Each of them has flaws and their moments to shine. It's not simply about one or two characters. While yes, there are primary characters, the second ones shine almost as brightly. When it all boils down to it, it's just an interesting show with a very odd but interesting dynamic. If you grew up in the early to mid-'80s like I did and were a huge wrestling fan, you probably remember Glow to some extent. Even if you're not familiar with wrestling, the show is interesting enough to suck you in and keep you interested based just on the storyline. I'm very much looking forward to diving into Season 2. My rating is an 8.5 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is an 8.1 out of 10. And we are going to wrap it up with the second season of The Toys That Made Us from 2018.
Every now and then in my office, I still find myself doing that.
It opens a door to a whole other world.
Lego is a part of everybody's life.
Robots in disguise, more than meets the eye. To me, it's genius.
Not exactly warp speed, but it'll do for a kid in the 70s.
I'm a crazy Hello Kitty lady.
They have lunch boxes, stickers, thermometers, paper shredders,
The shoulder massager.
Or, as reporters would refer to it, as a Hello Kitty vibrator.
Business was really tough.
When Star Trek first went on the air, it was not a toy phenomenon right away.
They just put Star Trek stickers on and then repackage it.
They were toys I wouldn't buy.
Oh my God.
It just wasn't good product.
Lego had the first loss in company history in '98. $220 million. Lego almost went bankrupt. The licensing situation was a real mess.
We bought Star Trek for an advance and guarantee of $5,000. We did over $50 million in Star Trek business.
We went from these rough toys to almost model quality.
We all knew it was going to be big, but then it surprised us. It was bigger than we thought.
Hello Kitty has been always number one.
In 2014, Lego became the largest toy company worldwide.
Timing is everything.
Welcome to the toy industry.
This is a documentary TV show, average runtime of 45 minutes, rated TV 14. I watched this on Netflix. The minds behind history's most iconic toy franchises discuss the rise and sometimes fall of their billion-dollar creations. If you enjoyed Season 1 of The Toys That Made Us, you'll love Season 2. It manages to make the subjects interesting even if you're not into or know much about a particular toy. It's very fun and informative. For me, I really enjoyed it, but the subjects maybe weren't as pertinent to my childhood as Season 1. That did affect my enjoyment a little, but only slightly. Still a fantastic series. My rating is an 8.5 out of 10. The average IMDb rating is a 7.5 out of 10. And that's going to wrap up episode 97. I have a bunch of really cool guests lined up, a whole bunch of stuff to review. And so, yeah, we're going to be rolling on. We're getting close to episode 100, which I can't believe we're almost up to 100 episodes of the show. It'll be pretty cool. So it's actually going to fall out, I believe, with Morgan Sylvia, author, who was on the show quite a while back, 60 or 70 episodes again. So we're going to catch up with her. I think that will be episode 100. I also have Director Corey Norman will be coming back to talk about what he's been up to. He was, I think, maybe my second or third guest on the show. So, I haven't had him on in a while. We're going over a year and a half, I think, since the last time he was on. So I'm really looking forward to him. Like I said, all kinds of cool stuff to talk about. And I will say with Corey's episode, with the holidays coming up, and I know a lot of people are going to be busy and scrambling, I'm going to try to release that episode on Sunday. That way everybody has time to, download it and maybe listen to it while you're traveling to your holiday festivities and all that stuff. So I'm just giving you a heads up on that. Look for that on Sunday, maybe Monday at the absolute latest, but it should be up on Sunday. And yeah, so that's about it. Also, before I forget, I believe the last week, next week or the week after, I will be recording a episode of The Movie Freaks with Eric and Marner and Eugene Weaver. And also, I believe Stephen Miller is going to be joining us. We're going to be doing a commentary for the classic Steven Seagal film, Hard to Kill. So you'll be able to find that on the Movie Freaks website, and I will be sure to post a link, but I'm sure that's going to be funny and interesting, and we'll see how long we all can remain sober through it. Anyway, again, thank you as always to my sponsors, the Maine Cannababes. Check them out, www.maincannababes.com. I believe the website has relaunched. I know it was down for a little bit, but you can find them on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff. They do have a bunch of events coming up. There's a calendar release party dropping very soon. I may possibly try to do something for that if I can finagle it, and maybe haul my stuff down and do a little bit of an interview with each one of them just to talk about stuff, or maybe get Jenny back in. I know her and I have talked about having her back on and finding time to do that. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming up, and so all that's coming up. Again, thank all you guys for listening. And remember, kids, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and I will see you sexy animals on the flip side.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
Thanks for listening to Average Joe's Drive-In. If you'd like to talk movies or contact the show, add our social media pages. You can add us on Facebook at Average Joe's Drive-In Podcast, on Twitter at TWJ Author, on Instagram at Thomas Washburn Jr. You can also hit up www.thomaswashburnjr.com for more information about the show and related links. If you'd like to support the show, you can buy TJ's books on Amazon. Just type in Thomas Washburn Jr. in the search. Books are available in Kindle and paperback formats. If you have Kindle Unlimited or Prime, you can read the books for free, and money will be earned by the pages read. It doesn't cost you anything, and it supports the show. Until next time, you've been listening to Average Joe's Drive-In.